Started, may everybody stay for the invitation. This week, you are free.
Yes. Most gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you, Lord, that you are so mighty and wonderful and give us this life-giving rain that we can so enjoy this afternoon, Father. Father, we thank you for all the blessings that you give us, not just the rain, but so many, you got countless blessings we are just standing in awe. Father, we thank you for all the people here that take care of the meeting, Father. We thank you for all that goes on in the hill, so many different things. Father, we ask that you lead, guide, and direct us as we lead here. Keep us safe. Remind us of our miracle missions and commissions. In the beautiful name of Jesus, we all say,
Amen.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to TD Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible.
All right, having got that down, item number 4, we approve on the agenda. Need a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
A second. All right, all those in favor? All right, agenda is approved. All right. Making a motion for approval of the minutes of the August 14th, 2025 regular meeting.
Make a motion to approve the minutes of the August 14th.
Make a second.
Second.
I need to discussion. And then, I didn't notice this earlier, but it's in here in our minutes as Becky London, and it's Becky Lundell.
What section is that?
That's at the very back, and remember to be her G.
G.
Like section 12, G.
G. Becky, what's the name?
Lundell.
Lindell. Okay, making a motion to approve the minutes from August 14th, 2025 with that adjustment.
Make a motion to approve the August 14th, regular meeting.
Make a second.
I second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. That is approved. Before I go into the recap closed session, I had a talk with one of our other fellow board members, Dennis Ferguson. If you notice that he hasn't been here for the past few months, that is because he's gone through some health issues. But I did speak to him 2 days ago, and he wanted myself to report to property owners that he is in the process of getting better. He's in the rehabilitation center, long-term rehabilitation center, so he's working himself, getting his strength back, and he wants to let you know that he's still in the fight. He's not going to quit you guys, and he's going to remain fighting for as long as he can. Just pray for him, and hope everything goes okay. Okay, recap the closed session today. Owner matters. Do we have any owner matters situations? No? No problem. We did have a situation where we used one of the lawyers asking us that a property owner requested to take back property. We did it on the condition that they get current. So that was property owner matter that we cleared up and got taken care of. Personnel, there was the personnel issues that we discussed due to confidentiality. I'm not going to reveal what that was discussed about. And so taking that legal, there's no legal issue that there is to discuss, at this time. So that is a recap of the closed session. Recap of decisions taken since last meeting. Did we make any decisions last meeting? I think we tabled one. I don't think we did either. I'm looking through my paperwork. Doesn't look like we did. I know we did table one, and I believe that was, take back lots. Yep, that was one of the, that we did. Okay. So, operational report, financial and operational highlights. This is McKinney. We'll get the financial report.
I think everybody has the profit and loss summary. This month, well, it's only going to be too long class, but we're still in pretty good shape financially. There's been there wasn't anything super significant during the month of July. The finance committee is really approaching the review of the financials from a perspective of digging down in and looking for ways for us to save money, because truthfully, us being successful isn't always necessarily about how much money comes in. A lot of it's also about how we can save our monies and use them more efficiently and effectively. That's on the financials for this month. We ended up in the black for the month of July, a little over $55,000, $256,000. No significant changes in our balance sheet for the month of July either. Next up, regarding financials, is the budget process that the finance committee would like to go through as we move forward in doing the budget. So the objective that we've come up with is financial planning and control, encouraging savings, promoting accountability, and reducing our financial stresses on our staff and trying to make things happen that come up. There's always emergency even on our own household. So the better planning we do for things that we know are going to happen, the better we're prepared we'll be for things that we don't know are going to happen. How the process is going to work. Step one is going to be we're going to gather financial information. We're going to meet with each of the departments and go over what they spent in 24, where they are year to date in 25, what the rest of their 25 budget looks like, and then we'll leave them to work on their 26 budget and really try to place things by month when they're expended. We have a lot of things out here that are very seasonal that happen, and we want to make sure we're accounting for those expenses within that time frame that they're actually happening, not just taking a number and spreading it out over 12 months to use. So we'll work with each of them line item by line item. We have put together a form for each department to use for any capital expenditures that they see they may need, whether it's repairs, new, is this a need, is it a want, all of those things. We'll get all of that gathered up from each of the different areas of the community that have supervisors. That'll all come into the finance committee. They'll get it all assembled into one place where it's easy for everybody to look at and review. Then we'll have a budget workshop. I would like to have a budget workshop mid to end of September, so that for our October board meeting we can approve the budget for 26. Is kind of my plan. That will be a time where the community will be welcome to come in. Any of the organizations like T38 or any of those groups who come forward with what they think their budget needs are going to be for us to review, for us to be able to ask them questions in front of the community. This is y'all's community. This is y'all's budget. So we want y'all to be active in asking those questions and seeing how we're really putting everything together. One of the things that we've made a list of capital expenditures or major expenditures that we spend every year on chemicals, on septic tanks, on all of these different areas where we have a significant expenditure, and over a $3,000 expenditure. And then we're going to try to go out and get 3 bids on those types of items so that we are getting the best price we can possibly get as a community instead of just what we've always done. And so we've been doing that process kind of anyway. We started shopping our credit card processing fees and how much we're using, what that's costing us as a community, what it's costing you as property owners. And so we're going to look at that. From all of those different things, we'll create a budget. bring that budget back to the board for the board to look at, pick apart, or not, and approve. Pick apart.
There you go. Thank you, Mrs. Kenny. Since you did, offer Mr. Ron Castro to give the minutes and another minutes report. Yeah.
How did you do our financial procedure?
Oh, so you okay. You said, no, okay, gotcha. You just wouldn't put it in the workshop. I thought you was finished. My bad.
So there were financial procedures that were updated last year, and as the finance committee has gone through this year and looked through them, they feel that these revisions also need to be made. They would like to see us, and it would make everything run more smoothly. It would help with planning, for us to put in place a purchase order system.
Okay.
So everything would go through the purchase order system before it was bought. It's going to cause our staff to have to plan what it is they're doing, and it's also going to cut down on expenditures that are just off the hip. So we've added that to the current financial procedures. We've lowered approval limits for purchases we've lowered that limit to $1,000 for a single expenditure without approval by the board. Credit card usage, they are recommending that all the credit cards that are now in individuals' hands be turned back into the accounting supervisor, and those are held and only used for emergency purposes instead of for just day-to-day spending. That's in here. The only thing we changed on endorsement of checks was it said only the president, vice president, treasurer, or secretary. We changed it to and secretary. That was a minor change. For the most part, the rest of the procedures that were in place pretty much stayed the same except for the bid process. And the bid process is for any expenditure over $3,000 that we would go out and get at least 3 bids for, or attempt to get 3 bids. You know, in some cases we can't get that many bids.
You said over 3,000? Mm-hmm. What was it before deals?
Like 15,000. It was, I thought it was way too high. It was fine. We also took out that without this document, without the general manager in place, if we do not have a general manager, then the board serves as the group that approves expenditures. Without it, if there's not a general manager that is hired by the PO.
Okay.
And that's all the changes we made.
Okay. All right. Any thoughts on the comments from the rest of the board? Good.
Can I get a motion to approve it?
Could we, if the board's making those decisions, does that require quorum, or it only requires the officers?
Majority vote.
For officers or a quorum or the executive committee?
To pass this? We need to,
The expenditures.
the board has to approve the expenditures, but the only people that are on the signature cards is the executive committee, and that's the way it's always been. Is that what you're asking? No?
Like for the over $3,000, or what was it, $5,000? Does that require the whole board or just the?
A majority of approval by the whole board.
Any other questions about the property owners? Okay, can I get a motion to approve this?
I make a motion we approve the updated financial procedures.
Doug, is there a second?
I second.
Okay. All those in favor? Any nays? Nope. Okay. That has been approved. We have the financial procedures. Anything else on the financial report, Mrs. McKee?
No.
Okay. You get the minutes and the minutes.
Just a note financially though. I will say collections for the month of July were down a little bit. We've been in the process of changing law firms. And so there was kind of a gap there, but we're back on track again with collections regarding. Okay, line. That sounds about This is Randy's report, repaired a few gravel roads, did pothole repairs on ABC streets, replaced windshield and John Deere tractor, repaired a housekeeping work yesterday, boom shredder around driving range, and boom shredder the Swan Dam so that we were in legal guidelines. Building maintenance issues, septic issues in villas 27 and 28, and they are working on fixing those. Routine repairs and maintenance and preventative maintenance regarding the hotel. New AC at the garage shack, locks installed and electrical tested. Ceiling tiles in the library replaced. Restoring the fountain in front of the lodge. Sewer connection fixed at campground. Water leak next to bathrooms upstairs and lodge fixed. The fix on Pro Shop Ice House. Bathroom signs hung at Lake Complement. LED floodlights installed around the teen center. Mold testing at the Welcome Center. And also all of the air was tested at all of the buildings.
Thank you, Mrs. McKinney, on the building maintenance reports. Golf course maintenance, you got Brian in here? Oh, Brian's not in here. I guess I will tell you, they're still projected to get the irrigation system installation complete by mid to end next month. So that's still a go. So according to Mr. Brian, that's all I have. Pro shop report. Ms. Janice in here? Do we have anybody on the pro shop that can give a? Yeah, I think it's just a number there.
So that's, yeah.
Everybody hear me okay? So, Candace prepared an operational report for the month of July. So current actual merchandise sold was $5,049.46. Year to date is $22,978.49. Cart rental was $11,271 for the month, and then year to date is $43,269. Here's the highlights here. Green fees for last month were $6,092, and year to date $30,866.80. The vending was $8,067.09 for last month, and year to date $30,791.24. Tournament green fees were $5,435 last month and $41,330 for the year. Trophies, they got $3,025.31 for last month, and they've accumulated $57,961.34 for the year. Income total, which is like to know what we really want to know, right? Was $40,365.86 for last month and $208,695.93 for the year.
Any there, Mr. Kyle, on that?
I just want to add something related to golf. When you look at, so he just provided us with some golf trends that are going on, and she gave us a comparison of January 1st to July 31st of 24, and then the same time period this year. Scan players in 24, 9,944. This year, 11,616. Property owners that have played last year, that scanned in, 10,617. This year, 12,483. Free guests, 940 last year, 981 this year. Cards rented last year, 1,444. This year, 1,785. Kyle just mentioned the income total for the Pro Shop for July of this year was $40,365.86. Last year, it was $14,839.
Pretty good improvement. Yes, ma'am.
How many of those were tournaments? How many tournaments were in July?
This year? She put it down.
Just the,
Just an old
just the
teacher.
one, yeah, on the teacher tournament. And it, total amount for sales for that tournament was $6,638.99.
Anything else? Anything else, property owners? Okay, next is business office report. Would that be you, Mr. Butler?
We don't have one for this.
We don't have one? Okay. Post office report, Ms. Heather?
Okay. Effective Saturday, August the 23rd this year, due to USPS changes, all outgoing mail and packages will be sent out the following morning. That is, we have no control over that. It's USPS. Hilltop has no control. Again, we want to remind everybody that we do not have a scanner at the Hilltop Lakes Post Office because we are a contracted unit. Therefore, when you get a delivery notification, it means the parcel has been scanned in Normandy. Once it's scanned in Normandy, they still have to process loading them into the containers and then load them into the truck, and then she has to deliver them to us. Once they get to us, we have to manually process every package. That takes time. Incoming packages will not be distributed until all packages have been processed and marked for inventory. Once we're done processing packages, you will receive a slip to let you know that your package is ready for pickup. Just to give an idea of how many packages were delivered to Hilltop in July, we had 5,976 incoming packages. Sometimes in one day, we have almost 500 packages. People don't realize how much we do. Thank you.
In addition to those 5,976 packages, they also processed 42,676 individual pieces of mail.
Great job, post office. Good job. Okay, next, our committee reports. ACC, where I see Mr. Bradshaw, I think I see you back there.
Good evening, board members, residents, how's it going? Better? All right, for the July report, we had the total active permits were 20. Houses 4, storage buildings / garages 3, carports, patios, covered porches 1, driveways, concrete work 4, fence 4, septic 2, swimming pools 1, decks, and courtyards 1. So all the others were 0, of course. Permits issued during July 25, 8. Permits closed for July 2. Violations issued 3. Violations closed 2. Any questions?
No, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a question. On your report, is it possible to advise how many open ACC violations there are? You talk about new ones and closed, but we don't I know I reported things and kind of don't know what happens to them. So can we also include how many are active or outstanding on the report?
We have that information, so if that's what the board would like to see done, we can do it.
I don't see any reason not to put it
I
on.
don't see why not. Ready.
Yeah, we have a good size sheet of paper that we came up with about 2 years ago that tracks all of them, where they're at, all the way from up to the attorney's office, and, this is the way built in with that.
I think something that we need to incorporate starting next month. you know, as far as getting that, letting property owners have a list, or at least just the numbers, and let you know on this sheet right here. That's not a problem. You think we can do that?
We can make it happen.
That's good. There we go. We'll have it added to the sheet. Thank you, Mr. Patro.
Thank you.
Okay, next up is the activities committee. I haven't seen this done maybe in a while. Ms. Rita.
Good evening, everyone. First off, it's really hard to thank everybody who helps me, but I forgot to last week, and I just wanted to make sure I cover them. Topsy Wright and Kim Graham, they helped me out so much decorating for the Freedom Fest prior to, and when I was doing my report, it was like from the Freedom Fest forward. So I wanted to make sure that y'all know that they were really hard on the heat too. Let's slow down and breathe. Fall Fest is scheduled for November 8th. It's pretty much planned out, but you know, there's always changes that happen. We're going to try something different this year. We're going to have it in the afternoon, so from 1 to 4. Going to give everybody a little bit of chance to do something different. We want to plan some evening things. In the evening, the Kickapoo Club is going to have another band out there, as well as I'm hoping that I can get John Powell to come out and play in the patio theater before the event takes place. Christmas, the Peppermint, Operation Peppermint is planning their event too, getting things ready for Christmas. It's such a magical time of the year here on the Hill. If anybody wants to volunteer, please give Dee Dee a call. I put a flyer out there so y'all have her number. She's in the phone book, or catch up with Joyce. Carrie Hodges. It's magical, and the only way it's magical is when people like just put their all in it, and you see them out there working, cheer them on, hop out there and help them. Let's see, we have Hilltop Lakes employee/board Christmas party. We're working on plans for that. We're also working on preparing for the breakfast with Santa and Mr. Grinch for the kids in our restaurant. And I'm working with Amy, and we're thinking like 9 to 11, and we're trying to make it, we're gearing towards 50 kids, but if I get people to sign up for it, then I know it'll have enough for everybody. So you got kids coming, grandkids coming, sign up for it so I can plan for them. I don't want to disappoint anybody. And on that same date, we're going to have a Christmas craft bazaar or a Christmas market in the Tonkawa room. That'll be all on December 6th. And then the Kickapoo Club is preparing for a ugly sweater party that evening. And the Kickapoo Club is also going to be hosting a New Year's Eve party. Any questions?
Is the home tour happening this year?
Yes. Okay. Joyce is going to cover
If
that.
you'd like to volunteer your home, we'd love to have it. We only need about 8 homes. That's plenty.
Any questions from the board? We're good? Okay, thank you, Ms. Rita. All right. Next up, education is. You ain't got nothing?
No, I did talk about Rome said he's going to be putting up the new campground signs tomorrow, I believe. We're all campground signs are posted. They got signs.
Can't hear you. Use your mic.
I talked to Romy a little while ago, and he said he was going to be posting the new campground signs tomorrow, hopefully, where all the signs are on Main Road and north of the campground. That's about it for now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Some of us are hearing impaired.
That's okay.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Bill, on the education report. Lakes Committee. Mr. P.W. Knight, thank you, sir.
Yes, Ken. The company doing our treatments was here again Tuesday of this week. for their 5th application to affected lakes. Cherokee Lake was clean, no treatment was needed. Mirror Lake, they treated one small area, and I think it's in excellent shape. They did treat some affected areas on Tonga, and they will be back Wednesday of next week. They do not think that any further application might be necessary, but they're showing up to observe and see if there is anything that they need to do. So we're getting in better shape.
Okay, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Okay, Ms. Harvey, question. You next. You don't have anything? Okay, Mrs. McKinney does.
So, maybe last month, we voted on the wiring and everything down at the barn.
Yeah.
And we understood that what we were approving included the lights. It did not include the light fixtures. The light fixtures for the 2 areas, the lights for the 2 areas that we approved are an additional $1,400.
Yeah, maybe that's something we discussed earlier, right? Yeah. Okay. We're all fine with that? Yeah. We're good. That's just an additional cost on the bid that we approved, for the states. Just kind of updating the folks on that. Election committee, don't have anything at this time. As you well know, we had one member resign, and he was chair of the elections committee. So we're currently in the process of petitioning finding a replacement, given. So since he does have more than 1 year on his term, we have to find a replacement before the election. So that is in place. And hopefully more to follow on that on the next month's board meeting goes with that as well. So,
Can I ask a question?
Yes, ma'am.
So, which one of you are going to be the elections chair?
I could. And I can't, but you said which one.
I was talking about him or him.
Oh, that's only
No, I was saying.
Farrell is the only person up here, the executive board member can't be on liaison. And the person that's gonna run can't be.
It doesn't say anything about anybody on the executive committee. It says the board president cannot be.
Oh.
But the only reason I'm asking is because we have to have the ballots have to be out and prepared. And I think the earliest date they can be out is September 7th, and the latest date they can be out is October 7th.
Yep.
And that's like right now.
Yeah, if we get a new person in 2 weeks, so they can take it over.
You can't wait.
For now, Don.
What's that?
Flip a coin.
Sorry guys, I already have too much on my plate.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Being the chair, though, we just don't see. You gonna be all right with that? Everybody fine with Mr. Andre being last week chair? Do we have any volunteers that's on that committee?
Who?
Mrs. Parker? Say again?
I'm the new person that's coming in.
Okay, you're the person coming in. Ms. Guzman, you're?
I'd like to vote.
Okay, so there's two of my notes. I know you have one. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, I was asking who was on the committee exactly, the office, so yeah. All right, so we're good on that? Yeah.
I'll check it.
Making a motion to, we need to approve, Don. Make a motion to approve Don Ritchie as the elections committee chair.
I'll make a motion to approve Don Ritchie as elections chair.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Congratulations, Don. Now watch him get a job out of town, you have to be away. Okay, next on the agenda is members to be heard. Any one of those two sheets, you have any right now, Ms. Perkins?
I think Joyce Perkins, freebie C638 reporting. On the old business, do that first. I have spoken last time about the beer and wine. I've spoken to more people, and it seems that the majority of my neighbors say, you're opening a can of worms. So as a concerned citizen, insurance, probability of you go in and buy a beer, and then they walk out with it, it's just not going to fly with TABC. I'm not going to do that. You'll do what you think you'll do. I think there's better ways to raise money. The golf course town hall meeting, I really hope that something is done and you do a date that we can all come, because there's a lot of us that are golfers who really don't want it to become a public course. Enough said there. Resignation of a board member. When I found out about it, for all of you, I found out through the grapevine. And I at first had thought it was going to be Dennis because of health issues. But it actually is Bill Williamson. So I called him. And I said, Bill, why? You're supposed to be volunteer for elections. If you guys can't get along, I have a problem. This is supposed to be fun. Back in the day when we came, they had a good time on the board. It ran smoothly. We can't have bickering among you. Last year in 24 was one of the first years. No, take that back. That everybody stayed on. It was either 24 or 23. But there was 1 year that everybody stayed for a full year. And I was very proud of y'all.
It wasn't 24.
It wasn't 24? Okay.
No.
23 then.
Yeah.
Had to be 23.
It's 24, we had 3 of them.
You're right. That's right. I have a long list of all the people who've been on it since 1998. Communication is key. The people in the back cannot tell who is speaking. I would like to propose that if you are speaking, you stand up. Or, I see one in the audience, take your hats off. This is an indoor publish. We just can't tell from the back. I told them, come sit up front with me. There's a lot of us out here who are not afraid to speak. If you're going to be a board member, you have to be able to speak. Communication is key. I think you're doing a good job, but it's very disappointing to have a resignation after 8 months. Sorry.
Thank you, Ms. Perkins. Okay, the next one is this now for Joe. Or is it going to be at the end of the meeting? You want it now? Whatever. It's up to you. Come on. I got you. Okay, does it work?
Just real quick, I'm, I guess, the new lead for the community.
Oh, no, okay.
I'm Joe Savoy. I'm the new lead for the community garden, and we just had a couple quick questions on, we would like to, if, we don't know really at the moment where our boundary ends, if outside the fence we could put a little, like a portable garden shed, and potentially maybe even spring a little greenhouse for starting smaller things, not big, 6 by 10, 8 by 10, stuff like that. So it's just kind of a question, is that space, can we put that right outside the fence? What are the boundaries, what are we allowed to do there, type of thing?
Okay, I think, what we'll do is get with the maintenance department, with Ronnie, the operations manager, to kind of take a look at it, see where that's at, and see if that's possible. I think there's not an issue, I think it's feasible.
Okay.
So, I think we'll definitely get it, look at that, and then, we'll get back in touch with you as far as everything.
Okay, appreciate it, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, next on the agenda is old business. Here at 81 Permanent Pro Shop. Discussion with potential action.
Did we ever get any insurance information?
Nope.
Is that right?
Okay, so we're gonna table that till next board meeting. All right, update on take back lots, discussion with potential actions.
So at the last meeting, we were asked about how many lots were taken back, and we're working on compiling numbers for like the last 3 to 5 years to see how many lots we've taken back traditionally every year, so that we can have a better idea of what we're looking at that we've been taking back. One thing Jeannie and I have talked about is when we have we don't take back any lots unless they're current on their maintenance fees and they're current on their taxes. It's only when we take the lots back. A lot of the lots that come back are people who own lots for since '62, and they've got to a point where they're elderly and their medical bills are more important for them to pay than paying their maintenance fees. And they're just at a point they just don't have that extra money every month, which I completely understand. But we also have to look at it from a perspective of, is it better for us to take those lots back and have the opportunity to sell them? Or is it better for them to become delinquent and then one day we're sending them off to the attorney's office for them to try to collect back maintenance fees? Which, a lot of these lots are $500 lots. It doesn't make sense to let them collect $3,000 worth of maintenance fees and then we try to make that out of somebody. So one of the things we're looking at doing is as those lots come back in, are the people around them covered on their maintenance fees? Would they buy another lot? And we offer those lots up to them. We are working on, I think, getting the list of lots we have available so we can post them on our website for sale. And we've got them on the sheet all at their appraised value. They're not on there for anything extra. It's strictly at their appraised value. And Jeannie's really trying to start focusing on starting from our most populated areas for collections and moving outwards to the areas where there aren't any population, because we have a better chance of selling those lots because more than likely there's possibly water there, maybe not. Electrical is there, or there's owners there that would like to add to what they already have. Granted, does that give us any more maintenance fees if it's somebody that has 3 lots and they take on a 4th lot? No, it doesn't give us any more maintenance fees. But what it does do is it gets it off our books. It gets it out of our accounts receivable. We don't need 3,000 lots worth of accounts receivable, Job. So that's kind of what Jeannie and I talked about related to take back lots and kind of an approach to take so that it's better manageable.
Yeah, okay, anything else with us, board? Any other issues? All right. Next up on this is the wildlife proposal discussion of potential action. Did board members take a look at this proposal, Ms. Barnett? Any thoughts?
So the only thing that wasn't in here that I just put a question mark on is in section 3, responsibilities of the Property Owners Association. Item number 2 says we'll allow those members to use their ATVs to access their property in common areas, assigned hunting spaces for setup and service of hunting sites and workdays, and control of things. I just want to make sure that those people also know that they have to get the stickers for their ATVs.
Yes.
So I get that's part of that.
Okay. I will, we'll get with Scott and let him know about this, make sure that the ATVs have the stickers and then we'll bring this back next month to vote on. So that won't be an issue whatsoever.
And I really like that they put in there that they're gonna be checking to make sure that the members of the wildlife they're current on their maintenance
Yes.
fees, and they don't have any issues with the POA before they allow them to be a member.
Absolutely.
That's great.
Yep. Any other questions, issues from the board on this picture? Okay, that's what I'll do.
So did you guys take back lots for June and July?
We haven't yet.
We haven't got to that section yet, ma'am. And where are you at?
It's at the end of the agenda.
I'm looking, I'm trying to find
I see,
you.
I'm
Property we're
sorry.
talking.
I didn't read this, and I was like, no, it's not on the agenda. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. All right, so, like I said, I'll get with Ms. Barnett to discuss the ATVs and stickers and bring this back to the vote next month. All right, next, hotel renovation updates. I think that's gonna be you, Mr. McKinney.
All right, I'm really excited about this. This is like a long time coming. So we put bids out for flooring and painting for the hotel, and then flooring for Welcome Center and Pro Shop, because like at the Pro Shop, there are spots where their carpet looks like it's like worn down to the concrete. So we put bids out. We got 7 bids back in, and then 1 person withdrew their bids, so that one's gone. So we're down to 6 bids that we are going through and making sure that they have insurance and that they're filling their part of the deal as far as demolition and what are we having to do and what do they have to do, and we're still going through those kind of semantics of those things. But I said I was going to, and this is a storyboard. I know y'all can't say it very well, but it's a storyboard of what we're looking at doing in the rooms. Right now, we have some rooms that have already been renovated. They were renovated in the contest. And then we have some rooms that look like not even Motel 6. So, this is a wonderful place to live, and we have so many wonderful amenities, and we want when people walk into those hotel rooms, because they're visitors more than likely, we want the rooms to reflect Hilltop. And so, we're going to do 4 golf-themed rooms. We'll do 2 Americana rooms, kind of a red, white, blue, more of a rustic look, and feeds off of our great 4th of July celebration. Hunting and fishing themed, and then horse themed. We'll have accent walls behind the beds in all the rooms. And we're going to be updating the bathrooms as well. If you've never stayed in the hotel, the bathrooms that the toilets in there are like the ones they have in kindergarten classrooms. They're like, I swear, they're only 18 inches high. Like, I couldn't even get up off of them. So we're looking at replacing the toilets. We're going to take out the bathtubs that have been there since 1965. We're going to put in just walk-in showers with shower curtains. Replace all the flooring with the vinyl, the luxury vinyl tile flooring. In those, that's waterproof. It's long-lasting. It's got a little bit of a texture to it, so we don't have to worry about slippage. And replacing the vanities. One of our challenges in these bathrooms is where the vanity is now, it's only like about a 16 to 17 inch depth. It's very, very narrow. So finding replacement stuff has been a wonderful challenge. But we found some things that come in multiple colors so we can tie it back into whatever room we're theming. We can make sure that vanity ties back into the room. We're excited about this. This gives us an opportunity to really sell Hilltop as a wedding destination, as we can market to A&M and all of the departments at A&M for their leadership retreats, for their student leadership retreats, within the cities of Bryan College Station to some of their bigger organizations for them to have their corporate retreats out here, especially with having the hotel back open, ticket booths back open. We got a great golf course, and this brings all of it together. The best part about this generates us money. We should be able to pay for this renovation easily within the first probably 6 months of having this done, at the minimum within the first year. Right now we operate at about a 27% occupancy annually. Once we do this and we start hitting those departments at A&M, we're looking at our occupancy jumping to somewhere between 50 and 75%. The best part about marketing to those groups at A&M is this: that's weekday business. We get a lot of business out here on the weekends, but it's pretty empty during the weekdays, and that's weekday business, and that's good for Hilltop.
Question. I had a property owner that had to leave for a Lions Club meeting. She wanted to know if there was going to be an aviation room added.
There is one now.
That's what I told her, but she wanted to know. Okay.
And we're not, and I'll say this, y'all, we aren't like dead set locked in on okay, this many of this room, this many of this room. We went through the rooms that had already been decorated, and we tried kind of balancing out kind of what was there already. But this, I mean, like if somebody, if we didn't get rid of a golf room for another aviation room, that is very
Okay. That's what she was wanting to know.
What's policy on dogs?
There's supposed to be no dogs.
What about service dogs?
Service dogs.
Service dogs, that's
Yes,
really
service dogs is allowed. Yes, sir, Mr. Shamara.
How's that being paid for?
Finance.
Out of what fund? How, do we have?
Well, we have some capital funds, and it is a capital expenditure. That's why one of the reasons we put it out for bid, and we've been working on it.
Mrs. Perkins, do you have a question?
Total, how many rooms is every room? How many rooms do we have? Do we know?
Including the villas?
Yeah.
Including the villas, we have 30 rooms, including the villas.
Is that including decorating the villas too?
No, the villas aren't included in this project because the villas got an update here just recently, like in the last few years. This is strictly doing the rooms that have never been done. I mean, flooring will be done in all of the rooms, but
Even the rooms that we did during the.
correct. That is correct.
Any other questions regarding hotel renovation? Okay, next on the agenda, set meeting date for water aquifer town hall meeting.
Yeah.
Or yes.
So for those of you who were here last week, it was last week, a gentleman reached out to me from Normandy, who is a geologist as well as a hydrologist, and offered to come and speak to the POA about the vulnerability of our aquifer, which sits above the Carrazzo Wilcox. So we are actually more vulnerable than the Carrazzo Wilcox. Ours is the Queen City and Sparta. And he offered to come speak, but he also works a full-time job in Houston, so it would have to be on a weekend. But since then, last night, some very exciting news came through, and we have just been added to this issue has just been added, and the 4 bills that Representative Cody Harrison submitted on this issue to change the law of being able to draw from our aquifers has now been included in the special session. So that is amazing. And so what we're trying to do now is put together not only a press conference at the Capitol, but a day to go to the Capitol, maybe with the whole of Leon County, maybe even to get t-shirts and signs, because you're not allowed to, we probably won't be allowed to speak, but we'll probably be able to stand up or sit up in the gallery and be able to either wear matching t-shirts that say something to show us support and force. So the gentleman that lives in Houston, he's from Hermangy, so he's very interested and cares about this community, and so he still would like to go forward with the town hall. One thing that he did impress was that this issue is not going to go away. This is here for the rest of our life. So they're building, there's a website, there's several Facebook pages. We're geared up to fight this for the rest of our lives. And because of all these data centers and all this manufacturing and all this overbuilding in Texas, the purpose of these wells was to draw water to send it to other parts of Texas. And this is not just happening in Texas, it's happening in other states, and it will continue even in other countries. This is going to be one of the issues of our lifetime. So we're still we're still on the fence about when we're gonna have the town hall, but the letter writing campaign still needs to go forward. I put 2 or 3 Facebook posts along with the, each bill, there's 4 bills in total. I put the links to each bill so they could read the bill yourself. I was gonna ask Ruby if it's feasible to put those bills, link to those bills on the website so you can read them, you know, at your leisure instead of having to search through Facebook, as well as the language that I had sent, the sample language paragraphs that I also posted.
Ms. Reed, so are you still up in the air about scheduling a date for the town hall?
I'm sorry?
Are you still up in the air about scheduling a date for the town hall? Is that what I heard?
Yes, we're just waiting on him to give us a date.
Okay, and
But since that changed last night about the
Yeah.
getting out of the special session,
Yes.
the urgency of having the town
It's
hall
not so much.
is not so much.
Okay.
But we still need to have it because it's not
Perfect,
going.
gotcha. Just get back with us on the date.
Yeah, and I would suggest that you don't have to marry it golfing because that might slow down.
No, it definitely will not be married for God. That's its own error. Okay, next section on the agenda is new business. Set any date for the golf course town hall meeting. I believe we discussed this earlier in regards to the alternate routes. Consider this town hall.
So I'm gonna backtrack because I'm the one that said this at the golf town hall meeting. We're still gonna answer your questions. What we would like to see happen is if you have questions or thoughts or concerns or desires or whatever you have related to the golf course, if you could put those in writing and get them to either the WGA, the LGA, the MGA, the Pro Shop, or the Coaching Center, where we have time to sit down and open those up and make sure we have everybody's questions and get everybody answered, and it gives us time to give the answers. In a town hall setting, I'm not sure we would have all the answers right there to be able to give you. Then once we get all the questions in, guess what? We're gonna figure out all the answers, and then y'all are all getting all the answers with the questions. So we'll put it in like a dialogue kind of form when we get the question, answer, question, answer, question, answer. And it will be a group it will be the WGA, the MGA, the LGA, and board members that will all get together to go through the questions and golf course staff and Pro Shop staff to go through all of those questions and answer them. But some of those questions might not be things we can answer at the drop of a hat during a town hall meeting. And so we're going to switch to this direction if everyone's okay with that. And that's bad on me, I'm backtracking.
Anybody on the board have an issue with that? We go in that direction versus town hall? Okay. All right. That eliminates the town hall meeting. All right, next item on the agenda is resignation of a board member. As y'all well know, Mr. Williamson did resign last week, right after the board meeting. It was a surprise to all of us here on the board. We had no idea it was. And to answer your question, Mrs. Perkins, there are disagreements we have on this board, as all boards do, and we have disagreed, on the board on some of the issues that we've debated. Nothing personal on it. It's just, we have different opinions as everybody else does, but we work things out, like we have. We continue to strive to do the best, to be proper ones as we possibly can, and to the best of our ability with everybody that we have here on board. We will be, in the near future, discussing about a potential new board member, because as I said earlier, he's got 2.5 years left on his term to prosper. And by the bylaws, we have to have somebody in place before the election. Okay, due to the fact that he has that much time. So names will be discussed, and I'm hoping, and I hope the rest of the board has the same sentiments, that by next board meeting, we will have somebody appointed. Okay? They won't be the chairman of the election committee, we already got Don here. So that's all we have. That's all I have to say on that. He's a heck of a man. He was a good board member. I just, you know, like I said, it was a surprise to all of us, and happy to see you go. All right, next time we'll
Well, hold on, I'll interject, because they heard from you on that, right? And I think sometimes property owners go, well, you know, we're those other board members, why don't they talk about something like this? Rest assured, we don't always agree about things, and you know, to be fair, if I'm a property owner, I don't want my board members agreeing on everything. I want them to have some debate, I want them to have a discussion, I want them to work it out. And we've had those things over the course of the time I've been appointed. I wasn't elected, I was appointed. And I can just rest assured, I have enjoyed working with everybody up here, to include Bill, Dennis, Biff, those aren't here. And in no time, in any discussion that we ever had, when we disagreed about anything, did I ever think once about resigning. It's not personal up here. We were just a shock that Bill left, and I tried to call him and talk him back on the ledge. It just didn't work out. So I just want to let the property owners know this is not a contentious. We're not at odds with one another. We're just trying to do the best we can for Hilltop. That's all we're here to do.
All right, thank you, Mr. Kyle, on that. Appreciate that. Any further from anybody on board regarding the situation? Okay. Next item on the agenda is hotel campground reservation system discussion of potential action. I think you were leading the charge on this, Mrs. McKinney. You again.
Okay, so this is hotel reservation system. The reservation system we have now it's kind of hard to make a reservation on the way you have to go through it, and it's kind of hard for the staff to be able to do a lot of updates to it. I don't have if we want to update any pictures or anything like that, we have to send that in and they have to update it. So it's not super user friendly. The group booking section of it, so if we have a group come in for a family reunion, it's not easy to do that in the system we have now. But the most important part is that the system we have now is way more than the system that we're looking at going to. So right now, the campground and the hotel is on there. And we pay about $629.97 a month for a reservation system. The new reservation system that will include the hotel and the campground and all of our meeting facilities and the group reservation system and a maintenance system built in it for the hotel runs. Will run us about $348 a month. So it's about $3,300 a year savings, and it's a much more dynamic platform. We'll be able to do group bookings in there. We'll be able to easily do group bookings in there. We'll be able to update pictures. We'll be able to keep it updated more easily. Guests will be able to do add-ons. So they make a reservation, and they also want to be a guest at the golf course. They will be able, through their reservation, to pay for their golf and to pay for their cart. And if they want some rainbows, they'll be able to pay for those. Now the restaurant's opening up, and she wants to put continental breakfast packages together where the guests can purchase that separately. That will be able to be an add-on to their room reservation. So it's much more dynamic than what we have now. The reporting system out of it is great. The housekeeping system in there. There will be checklists built in. A guest checks out. Housekeeping will go in. They have a checklist they have to do. If there's a maintenance issue related to that rooms, they'll be able to take a picture of it within that app, write a report on what needs to be fixed, push go. That will go to Romy, and he will have his guys over there fixing it. So it's super dynamic and much easier to use, and better yet, much cheaper. So I would like to ask the board for approval that we start moving towards switching to WebRes Pro and their processing rates for credit card purchases.
Okay. Yes.
Chair, what's your setup fee initially? Do you have all your stuff put in there?
$1,000.
Does that include a shopping cart, and does that include all the back-end shopping carts for each facility, or the shopping cart features separate? And are the updates to the website going to be driven by the employees? The employees are able to update the website, or is that all going to have to be per item from the company?
We will be able to, employees, staff will be able to update it themselves. We will not have to rely on the company to do any updates for us. And what are you talking about shopping carts?
So every, well, like for example, booking in the hotel room, you just put in your credit card for that.
Mhm.
Or going to the golf course, each one of those is a separate type of shopping cart.
No, they'll all be included as one thing in the reservation, but broken down. They'll have to pick those things to be added to their reservation.
So that would be a separate fee.
Oh, it would be a separate fee, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. So you'll have your room. Oh, I want to go play golf. Well, this is how much it's going to cost you to go play golf. Click. This is how much it's going to cost you for a golf cart. Click. And that's how that works.
Is this a HOA type system that's already in place?
This is strictly for hotel reservations. There is no system out there, trust me, I have looked forwards, backwards, upside down, and crossways. There is no system out there that has a hotel reservation system built into a property owner management platform.
I have a question. This is a hotel reservation system, so during the stay, you got all the amenities or whatever they want. Can they add it as they go? Updates.
They would be able to go back.
When it's time to check out.
They would be able to go back into their reservation and add.
Awesome.
Okay, question. So, do you know, number one, is it using like WordPress or a particular type of software? Because it's all their own.
It's their proprietary software.
Yeah.
And they service currently over, let's see, how many hotels? I mean, they have over 2,000 plus properties nationwide at this point.
Because I know at one time the POA was talking about adding a mapping feature to map not only the streets and the lots and the homes, but the deed restrictions to be able to overlap that and make it sort of dynamic so you could actually see that. Is that a feature that you could ask them about?
This is just related to the hotel.
Oh, and the golf course, right?
This is just the hotel. This is a hotel reservation system.
Okay, so it's not for the whole website. It'll be a link into the website.
Correct.
Got it. Okay.
Correct.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions out there? Property owners? All right, can I get a motion to approve this hotel campground reservation system named Res Pro?
I'll make a motion to approve this.
Can I get a second?
A second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, it's approved. There's our new hotel campground reservation system approved. And you get that installed. All right, next item on the agenda is Property Owners Association Management Platform. And by the looks of it, when I looked at this earlier, I'm going to assume this is another Tiffany McKinney. Yes.
Okay, I'll do a real quick background. Right now, I don't know how the staff keeps up with all the different moving pieces that go on out here because they're all on a different piece of software. There's no central place for this. So, Hilltop used to have a program called TOPS, which was a homeowners association management software, and they got away from it, and then they went to GenArt, and now we're in QuickBooks and 500 other programs, I feel like. And so, this is an effort to bring everything together. Right now, ACC does something, it gets put just with ACC stuff. Collections does something, it's just with collections. Maintenance does something, it's just with maintenance. This Enumerate brings it all together. Now, we got recommendations from the law firm, gave us, this was one of the ones they gave us, and they gave us another one, and then we contacted a property management company that manages multiple properties, and he gave me 3 to call. Okay, two of the 3 require us to use their banks and their credit card processors. So they were out. And I compared all 3 of them across to see if it was even better rates, and it wasn't. So we started looking at this one. So this software brings everything in one place. All of the accounting, all of ACC, all of collections, all of maintenance, all comes into the same place. Maintenance request. You'll give a maintenance request, it goes straight to Romy, and then he will automatically send it straight out to whoever's going to do the work. But the best part about it is when you put in your maintenance request, it's tied to you. And you will know, you will get constant links constant updates of what's happening with that maintenance request that you put in, and you'll know when that maintenance request is finished. So it's very dynamic. The other cool part about it is you as a property owner will be able to log in and you'll be able to actually see a statement in your account. It won't just be, you won't have to call, you'll just be able to log in and it will show you a statement of your account. It will be hooked into our ID system, so you go play golf, guess what? It's hooked to your account. If you go to the pool, it's hooked into your account. All of the accounting is in there. It has every piece we need for our staff to be able to operate efficiently and for us to be able to free them up to do all the things that they don't have time to do now because they're bogged down doing all these pieces of stuff. It generates the letters for collections. It will generate the letters for ACC, for violations. It will generate the permits once all the parameters are set up in there and automatically spit that out for the staff. For collections, that means instead of them maybe being able to pursue 25 to 50 people a month, they'll be able to pursue 50 to 100 people per month, which is better for us as property owners. Does it come at a price? Yes. It does come at a price. It'll cost us about $2,100 a month, but right now, on all the softwares we're using, it's costing us about $1,100, $1,500 a month. So yes, it does cost us a little bit of money, but the efficiency that will be put in place as a result of it, in my opinion, will be well worth it. Any questions?
So are you saying that you think that there will be, maybe even some employees that will be, we won't need to have need for as many employees?
Well, I'm saying, I'll say this, from a collection standpoint, right now, she really would like another employee because she can keep up with all of the collection stuff. Something like this eases that workload to where she probably can keep up with it and probably do more.
Yeah, I've actually set up this kind of software and the other kind of software you mentioned earlier, as well as HOA and billing and that sort of stuff on the back end. The default thing really just amazing. I totally love what you're saying. I guess the only concern I would be is if the POA, once again, to get back to mapping, is if you could ask them if there's a way for, for example, in WordPress, it allows you to bring in a separate app and it looks just like a new.
I'll make a note and ask them about it.
Because that way you can add mapping to the dynamic mapping along with the new restrictions.
So this is a long process putting this in place. This is a 90 to 120 day process to get this put in place. I mean, it takes a while to get everything put in there right, and it's just like with anything else. If you will take the time to set it up and do it right, it works like magic. If you halfway do it, you're going to get half the performance out of it. But there's multiple steps to the onboarding of it. And then, like I said, I went to a whole bunch of them, and I called them, and I interviewed them, and I called other homeowners associations and talked to them about what they're using. And this particular platform, by far, got the best reviews.
What's it called? Yes, Ms. Burns.
Yeah, the name of it, Enumerate, is what it's called. Enumerate.
I strongly urge cross-training.
That's part of the requirement.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And you didn't say that, didn't you? Okay, moving on to the next item on the agenda. Oh, yep, we got to vote on this. I apologize. Can I get a motion? Yes, sir.
That you're about to vote on it. Is this worth waiting for the next meeting to vote on so people can look it up and just make sure they see the benefits? And it's going to bring it pretty hot. That's good enough.
I mean, yeah, I don't see a problem. I mean,
you know, it seems so fun to try.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
I don't need to. No, personally, I'm not going to go research this more of a question.
What for you?
I don't get it.
I haven't heard from them. It'd be even better if we could see it in action with most of those other HOAs have their locked down, so you can really see it.
I'm in total agreement with what Tiffany's done because I know what she's gone through to research all this stuff out. It's phenomenal what that girl does. So
Mrs. Russ, does that mean you want us to vote on it tonight?
Yes, sir.
That's overwhelming. don't let them vote, all right?
One more question is just like, what if you don't like it? What are our options to get out of the contract?
It's a year to year. It's not a long-term contract. It's just a year to year.
Okay.
We'll figure that out in the first 90 to 120 days.
Yeah, it's frustrating, yes.
Moving into the 21st century, it's got a price. No, can I get a motion to vote on this? What was the name of it? Oh, we just split central Texas.
I make a motion to vote to set new rate.
All right, make a second.
Second motion.
All those in favor say aye. All right, we do have a new property owners association manager council. Okay, next on the agenda, members to be heard. I only had these two. I don't have any more, but I'll open up the room. Anybody has any questions? Okay.
Tickets are on sale, we're open.
Online?
Online. Extra $5.
I just want to encourage everyone, if you can, I'll try to figure out when they're going to bring up this issue in Austin. And if you can send anyone to go, it would be, we really need to show Hilltop Lakes. Hilltop Lakes needs to make a good showing. We're the highest populations in Leon County.
Who's going to fund it, or check over the head?
I think it's in the Conservation District. They're going to rent the bus.
Awesome. Mr. Patrick.
Can I get a clarification? What goes through the LGA, then the WGA, and then the MGA? Are we going to have an open house after that? Or town hall meeting after that?
We're gonna compile everything together, and then we're sending that out to y'all.
To have an open house or town hall
To
meeting?
answer all your questions.
Okay,
So if you have a question, you gotta put it in writing so we can make sure we get the right answer to it. But all those groups are coming together to go through this. We're not saying, okay, MGA, you look at this one, and you look at this one, and you look at this one. They're not coming together and looking.
Okay, so we're not going to have a town hall meeting.
No town hall meeting. This is gonna take place in the town hall meeting.
So how does the LGA, WGA, MGA have any influence on whether or not we comply with our deeds?
Those are the.
Well, I'm just saying that the deed says that the property owner must be present with the golf. So I'm just curious of how those committees have any influence on adhering to the deed.
Did you say the board's going to be doing it with them?
Yes, the board's in there for us to keep that in mind. There's no reason to have a town hall meeting and argue that point in a town hall meeting. That's a question, we've already got it down. We're looking at believe me, I've read like 20 sections of deed restrictions this week, since last week. And so they're gonna look at all those questions and try to address all the answers.
What would it take to change that deed restriction that says that the homeowner must accompany their guests?
Well, it says it must accompany their guests if they want to play free, at no cost, is what it says.
No way.
And in my deed, it says the homeowner, the guest has access to all amenities if they are accompanied by the homeowner at no cost. In my section, that's what it said.
But what's in the sections where there is not?
No, okay, when it says in those.
Like free golf, they don't have to be with it?
So what it says in those sections is that the property owner has access to all recreational activities in Hilltop. It says nothing about cost, and it says nothing about guests.
So I have one thing, so where's this, I've seen people like you're doing out there where homeowner can call in, have a guest show up and say, yeah, the homeowner called in, the guest can pay, and doesn't have to be with the homeowner. Is that what you're? I've seen this. Well, I call in the private conversation free, the private courses there, and they don't allow, yes. They just call and say, I know Joe Blow, and I want to play. That's a private golf course.
I thought we discussed this last week, and that the responsibility on a situation like that was the property owner was to call into the pro shop.
No calling.
That's not for free golf. That's not for free golf. That's not for free golf. That's just payment.
The guests have to
Yes, I have to pay.
from a private golf course to a community golf course. It sounds like more goals. Or public golf course?
No.
You have to be a guest, just like you can come to the hotel and you guest the management to play golf. I mean, that's how it's recorded. And you pay.
Yeah.
Mr. Smart, do you have a question?
Yeah, explain me what the three groups are doing, what is their role in this, the MGA, investigator?
So come together to help you answer these questions along with the staff.
Come together with who?
The staff and board members.
With this board?
With
Well, my
a
question is, the LGA is not a changed sanctioning group. We have a women's golf, we have a men's golf. There's a bunch of groups out here. I play with the groups. There's groups every day that play, just like the LGA. How does the LGA involved? We have the MGA and the Women's Golf Association. That's the only two we have. I'm confused on that. What do you think?
I hear you, I appreciate what you're saying about the town hall. Might not be able to answer it all, because, and I have questions, and I don't want to take up the whole time of this meeting. But the town hall, the nice thing is it is interactive, and that's what this board has been producing this year. That's why I was happy to get more, right? A little more interactive. So even if you don't answer everything in that town hall, so what, right? You have some interaction, you'll answer a lot, and some will generate legitimate questions in an open forum that we can drill down deeper.
Yeah.
So like when I tell you about, I saw guys checking in that didn't work with the homeowner, I thought I had to do with my guests all the time. And then I was told they can pay and blah, blah. I take it at their word, but I really don't know if that's in the deed restrictions or if that's really, something that's going on. So I would recommend it. Maybe the town hall. We're all here.
Sounds like you need to do like they did for the convenience store, get all the questions together and then they'll tie it back. That election was not right, so that's why I understand, but something along that line, if everybody asks questions and all these groups come together and go, okay, this is the solution. Then if you have a town hall and you talk about all those solutions, that's a different story than I might not have any questions about golf because I don't play, but granted, in a town hall, you can't answer them all, but if you have a general idea of what they're gonna be and what your answers are gonna be, then you come to the town hall and say, here's what we've learned, here's what we've decided, what else do we need to do?
How about we do this? Okay? How about property owners who has a question, or the board, WGA, MGA, LGA, EWA, whatever. Right in that question, as Mrs. McKinney had instructed earlier, send it in, then we have a town hall to answer those questions. That is written in. Would that work? If we do that?
Thank you, it's fine.
All right? We agree on that. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Since there are so many different deed restrictions with different nuances about what's allowed for that property owners. It might be an idea to color a special card for those restrictions for the employees when they're checking in.
That can be a question. What's the date today? The 21st? Yeah. 15th of September will be the deadline for some questions to be submitted so we can have a town hall. Board agree with that? All right. We get the questions in. Once we get the questions in, we get them answered, then we will address the town hall going forward. This is Parker, do you have any questions?
Do we email them? Can we set up a specific golf?
Mrs. McKinney, you have an answer?
We'll figure out an email for it to go to. Or we can figure out, we can put a locked box at the pro shop, and everybody can drop them in at the pro shop. Since it's gonna be mainly golfers that are gonna be at the pro shop anyway.
Drop box in the pro
I've got a
shop.
locked box, we can put that in the pro shop, and then put it to me.
There we go. We're good on that? Can we move to the next item? All right. Where's the motion on these take back lots?
Raymond.
Yes, ma'am.
Can we get an update on the mold situation at the Welcome Center?
That will come on the announcements.
Okay.
All right, there will be a board member that will address the situation on that, on the announcement portion. All right, can we, these take backs lost, y'all take a look at them? Can I get a motion to, take back these lots? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, ma'am.
Can you give a reason?
They're all current. I can give you the reason.
Well, y'all are all current, but that's 4 more that we already had.
Okay, the first one is on 64 Brer. The state situation, family has no interest and wants to be back. That's the first one.
Where is it now?
On 64 Brer, B-R-E-R. B-R-E-R. Yes, ma'am.
That's 1 lot.
Okay.
And then you need 2 lots filled.
Second one is current. All these lots are current. These four lots. Okay. It's on Mockingbird. Elderly husband has passed. Lucy lives with son, so don't live here, okay? Next one is on 311 Valley View. All right. Owner never received release of lien. They plan to move back to Mexico by year end. Can we proceed as membership lot with a quick claim deed? I feel once they move back to Mexico, the monthly fee payments will cease. That's on 311 Valley View. Yes, ma'am. Okay, the next one is at 40 Deerfield Drive. All right, original owner of lots, having health issues and doesn't have financial responsibility.
These are all single lots, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right, can I get a proposal to approve these take back lots?
Make a motion to take back the lots.
Can I get a second motion?
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Okay, you've been approved, take back lots. Been approved. Mr. Kyle, you're our legal expert. Will you give an update on the mold situation?
Well, I think she was asking status.
Is there one, what do you need, Ms. Watson?
I would like a status of the mold situation. Last week y'all said y'all were moving everyone out of the lodge, or out of the Welcome Center into the lodge. And as of today, hold on just a sec, I'm still speaking.
Gotcha.
As of today, everyone's still working in it. So I'm trying to figure out where we're at with that.
I'm going to tell you, all right, the reasoning, the possibility of moving the ladies out of the Welcome Center into the lodge has to deal with structural damage. It has nothing to do with the mold issue.
Okay.
The mold issue has been remediated. Okay, there have been multiple tests. I will tell you, there was tests conducted right after the mold was discovered in the Welcome Center. Okay, every building here at Hilltop was tested. Due to the elevated levels in one of the offices in the Welcome Center, even though it was elevated, it still passed. Okay? Let me finish. I gave you the opportunity. Once remediation was complete, once it was discovered, we called the Servpro out here to do the cleaning. Clean the office, they cleared it up, another test was run, just on that office. And it came back, came back clean, good to go, no issue. What we have discovered throughout this whole process is that there is a structural issue with the Welcome Center. That foundation is so old that it is sunk into the ground. So much to the fact that it is affecting the septic system in the Welcome Center. Okay? The outside siding of the Welcome Center, due to the remediation of the office, okay, is falling off. And there are holes that go all the way through the wall. Okay? So that is the reason that building is old. I don't know when it was built, but no modifications has been done to it since that building was built. So with the employees working in the office, has nothing to do with the mold. It has everything to do with it being structured.
Okay, so you said that it has been tested. The first test, I know for a fact, did not come back well. Because if it did, why did we remediate it? And I say that because I believe the first proposal was it was going to be 2 feet up the wall. Did they go 2 feet or did they have to go higher?
Well, I mean, they did clear out that whole wall because of that.
The whole,
okay?
multiple walls.
That first, multiple walls, 2 walls. All right, one on each side. On the outside, it was facing the outside because both walls were structurally damaged due to water buildup from rain.
Right.
Okay, getting into the siding to the outside of the building.
I understand.
The first test did pass. Even that particular office passed in the first test. It even stated on the test results that the inspector said, even with elevated levels in that particular office, okay, that office was still safer than being outdoors.
I disagree with that. But
well, I mean, I don't know. I'm just telling you what was on the test results, and those test results, if I'm not mistaken, we agreed to have them on the bill.
Yeah, I think we will post the test results for every building that was tested, and even secondary testing, whatever secondary testing done, will be on the website for everybody to access.
okay, perfect. So on the second testing, was the entire building retested or just that one room?
I think it was just that one room because that was the only affected room in that office, in that building.
So it should have been the whole office retested because at the time when they were remediating it, there were other employees that were across the hall that had to be moved because of the odor. So to me, that was still going through the air ducts and through the building. I would personally think for anyone in there, property owners or employees, I think it would be safer to have the entire building retested. And that's just my opinion.
I think there have been an extraordinary amount of remedial processes and testing that we've done. The final testing came back, if I'm not mistaken, Monday. It came back and we received the results of the secondary test, which was after the remedial. Yes, Ms. Butler.
The reason why the employees were removed is because they had blocked off the air vents to that back part of the building. I actually worked in my office without AC for a while, and in that other office where Michelle was working in the conference room, it was extremely hot in that office, and that is why she moved.
Okay, thank you.
Any other? Yes, ma'am.
So when you talk about having to look at the foundation issue, are they talking about adding more piers or how they?
We're going to get a structural engineer.
Because it seems to me if there was more testing to be done on that other issue,
Well,
after you got that.
I will tell you this. We had Mr. Castro in here earlier. He has purchased sewer line, and he's going to run it through under because the septic line is underneath the building. Okay, so he's going to run it under there to see what or if any damage is done. And if any damage is done to it, which is going to be the reason why there's been septic issues with not only the Welcome Center, but the pro shop as well. And then if it's damaged, we're going to locate a structural engineer to come out here and do an assessment of the building, and maybe assess what's wrong with it and what it's gonna take to fix it.
But to me, it doesn't make sense to test for something before you get it resolved, you get the core issue resolved, then you test to make sure that it's resolved every issue.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions? Yes, sir.
In reference to the room heating light, they had turned off and put cardboard over the return and the supplier girl in that one office or in the conference room. And that's why I got out of there. We called, when I was there, we called the maintenance crew, they came over, removed those, took those out of there, and it cooled down within 10 minutes.
Yes, ma'am.
That was before the issue though.
Okay.
Yeah, we had taken, they had done that before the whole issue.
Okay, all right. Any other questions? Okay. We have announced that next month's meeting, the board has agreed to move it up a week to the 4th of September due to the fact that I will be expecting, me and my wife will be expecting our first grandchild. So I will be in town. So we are moving it up to the 4th of September. It will go back to normal hours, open session at 9 o'clock, close at 6. So we have announced that. That's the only announcements that I have at this time. Can I get a motion to adjourn this meeting?
I'll make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Can I get a second? All those in favor, say aye. Aye. This meeting is adjourned.
See you later. I know, I always do. I always forget.